Willie D. Live.
I like that. Write that down.
Yeah. Whatever.
Write that down. Sparkle.
Gee, oh, you trying to be funny. Okay.
You know, that was your first rap name. Why'd you ditch it?
Because it was part of a group called Pure Elegance, and it was Sparkle and Dazzle. And when I went out on my own, I just changed up, not really what it means, but just the word, right? Sparkle and Lyte, kind of same sort of idea.
Right. And you could actually equally play off either word. There's so many ways to play off those words.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. You grew up in Brooklyn?
I grew up in Brooklyn, East Flatbush, deep into Brooklyn. It's a little Caribbean space. So to speak, it was when I finally went to Jamaica, I was like, oh my God, Brooklyn looks like Jamaica. Especially
How so?
the part where, I use the term Jamaica loosely, but Caribbean overall, because there were Bajans, Bahamians, Haitians, Barbadians, Guyanese, Grenadians. I mean, you name it, it was a melting pot. And on our most busy streets, on our avenues, there were all storefronts owned by them. Traveling agencies, record stores, barbershops, restaurants, video stores, you named it. I think there might have been a laundromat that was owned by an Asian family and perhaps a Chinese food restaurant. Outside of that, everything was owned by the people in the community. And that's how Jamaica is.
Yeah. I heard you say in an interview that you was a faking Jamaican.
I am.
Yeah. So you totally embraced
do what you
the
do to get
culture.
along, you know what I mean? No, actually, for some time in elementary school, junior high school, people thought I was Panamanian, and I didn't stop them from believing it because it just was best to fit in.
Right.
There were many things I didn't do to fit in, but that I didn't mind. It was like, oh, you think I'm that? Okay, cool.
Yeah. What did you do during the rough patch? You've had a lot of success in this game, but as you and I know, we are in the type of industry what they call spotty income, especially like the music industry.
Ebbs and flows.
1 year, man, you can make $1 million. Hell, and the next year, next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you may not make nothing, some crumbs. How did you maintain your sanity during that rough patch?
You know what? I think I would probably owe a few things to my manager, more than a few things, to my first manager.
Matt Robinson?
Yes.
Yeah.
One for, doing all he knew how to do in putting together an independent record label, signing artists, getting us out there, doing our first major deal with Atlantic Records. Somewhere early in my career, he was like, you know what, we're going to build your name to supersede the need for a hit record. Because hit records come, not so often, but we'll build it so that, your name will be a household name regardless of that. And when he said that, it sort of opened up my eyes to all of the other things that I would allow myself to go on and do. And that's, act, so I prepared myself with acting classes. Voiceover, so I prepared myself with voiceover coaching. It was those types of things. Him saying that opened up the door to those types of things for me, going after it and feeling as though I had the freedom to do so. And then also, he was very much into home ownership. And so all of us bought our first homes probably in 1990. So you figure I'm in the game. 86, I meet with the manager, the record label, everything. 87, I do my first single is released. 88, the first album was released. 90, I'm on the road. And 91, I buy my first house. And since then, I've owned many homes on both the East Coast and the West Coast, and it has never, ever, 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 ever failed me. And that is the secret to wealth. It's the most openly known secret. I think the disadvantage that this younger generation has is the belief that owning something doesn't matter. Like, I don't need to own a home, or I don't need to own my own vehicle, or I don't need to own. And if there's anything that I would say own over your jewelry and your multiple cars, is a car that you own that is not leased, and a house that you may or may not have a mortgage on, but that you can build equity from. And so when those rough patches happen, I was able to pull equity out of my homes and survive.
Right.
Amongst having multiple streams of income, which I think is really important.